You know, we were just discussing some of the best websites that you can go to on the internet, on this little internet of ours. Yeah, and I think the sort of strong winner in that sort of pre-recording discussion was a little website called killjamesbond.com/live.
Yeah. And if they went there, what would they find on killjamesbond.com/live?
Well, I mean, you know how it is with the internet. It's sort of a treasure trove of riches and wonders, and it's never really possible to predict. However, I would say that they're likely to find a list of dates for 3 live shows in London and a link to buy tickets. And they could come and see the 3 of us talk about the Johnny English films.
God Christ.
Jesus Christ.
In a huge...
August 9th to 11th. Bigger is the big word. We've booked out
English.
400 seats, boys, and we would like to fill them. It would be...
It would be embarrassing if we did not.
Yeah, frankly, we have booked the O2.
We'd probably stop podcasting.
Yeah. So not to emotionally manipulate you on an episode about a movie that involves a lot of emotional manipulation, but please buy a ticket. Buy 3 tickets, you know?
The Kill James Bond testing the limits tour.
The Kill James Bond topping from the bottom tour.
How big can we go? Let's find out.
I don't know if we can put that on the posters.
Hey, if we sell this one out, let's see.
It's the O2 after that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We just get so close to the sun. We just completely Icarus ourselves.
Yeah.
We sell out the front row of the O2 only, and then all like Bud Dwyer live on
just
stage.
Like everybody like gather round, you know.
Kill James Bond opening for Taylor Swift in Manchester.
Everyone's like, who the fuck are these guys? Why are they talking about Johnny English for an hour and a half?
And all our fans are like, who the fuck is Taylor Swift? But also, get it, Abby.
Why have they dressed like that? It doesn't seem like it has any connection to the live shows.
She's blonde. She's American. I'd love to open for her.
On that basis, yeah. Speaking of opening for things, I should open for this bonus episode. And this is our final Pride Month episode that does not go out in Pride Month, doesn't even overlap it closely at all.
Not even slightly.
But like this was my pick for like a piece of LGBT cinema, which I have some sort of qualms with. Not the concept about this movie, to be clear.
Yeah. I have some qualms with LGBT cinema.
I am like homophobic, but like, yeah, no, this is one of my favorite films. It's a film called The Duke of Burgundy. And I think that there's a lot to talk about in it. And I think there's a lot that we can pick up from our discussion of cruising as well. I think this is going to be like one of the like talky, thinky episodes rather than one of the ones where we say, you know, what about Australian Johnny? So I apologize in advance if voice crack. So,
how's that training going?
Not great.
We're talking about a movie.
So whereas cruising co-located homosexuality and death, this film very much co-locates homosexuality with more homosexuality.
It's true. And in fairness, you can't say that that's not evidence-based. I'm co-locating homosexuality with homosexuality all the time.
Two great tastes, but taste great together.
Absolutely.
Homosexuality and homosexuality.
That's right.
It's called homo. It's the same.
It's true. It's homogenous even. I think this is a movie that's kind of a pastiche.
It generates homos.
Yeah, sure. You know what? Cinema is homogenic, but like this is a movie that's kind of a pastiche of a lot of like 70s giallo films. It's Italian for yellow. It's a genre of like Italian and like sort of Southern European erotic thrillers that were basically softcore porn, but which occasionally had kind of like more to them, but were like really visually striking as well and like sort of unusual.
Yes.
Interesting.
And so this is a British director, male director, Peter Strickland, going, this is an interesting thing to like take things from. And I'm going to like make a movie that's kind of like using some of the visual language of those in order to talk about mixing homosexuality and homosexuality.
Fantastic.
You can tell, by the way, that this is what he's doing because the titles of this movie, as we see a young woman sort of like get up from a beautiful creek and like cycle into a beautiful empty European town, a very late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah, I thought that was an interesting choice.
It looks a bit like a kind of Belle and Sebastian video in places. Weirdly, it has a perfume credit, which is...
Yes, that's one of my notes about the opening credits, is that there's a perfume by Je Suis Gazella, and I'm like, I don't normally notice the perfume when I'm watching a film on account of it's a visual medium. The one exception, of course, being Spy Kids 4.
Yes. Well, this one was presented in Smell-O-Vision.
Oh, yeah.
Originally.
I got a little scratch and sniff card, and they're just all pussy.
Just scratch. But yeah, no, I think this is such a perfectly pretentious thing to do with your movie. It's one of the reasons why I like it.
The second thing I noted about the opening credits is that the lingerie supervisor is named Andrea Flesh.
Yes, yeah.
Just thought that was just quite nominative determinism strikes again. That's quite funny.
It's got lingerie supervisor and a scentsmith employed on the production of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Are we considering perhaps that this film was maybe about femmes a bit?
I employ lingerie supervisors and scentsmiths every time I do a kink scene. Every time.
I know.
Smoke machine operator. Big hand to the crew, everybody. Like.
You have the like cunty boom mic guy from Saw in there.
He's like crouching in the corner holding the boom mic.
No, it's not being recorded. It's a live theater event.
Of course, sorry.
Excuse me. Yeah, okay. So
well, that just goes to the speaker system that you have set up as well.
Yeah, if you go to Abigail Thorne /live, you can.
I'm typing right now, but it doesn't go anywhere. What the fuck? We see this woman, like this young woman, dressed very 60s as well. Like she's got like a sort of a cycling cape. And a little like sort of beetle badge on it. Beetle is in the like, you know, insect rather than the car, because we're cutting in lots of shots of insect life. I know that when the perfume credit comes on, it's like over footage of like a kind of pupil insect kind of like burrowing in the ground.
Good pun on pupil there.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, so she cycles into this like empty, I guess we'll talk about this town later, but like kind of medieval looking town that doesn't really have anyone else around. No cars, certainly.
Seems to be, on my notes, just a very pretty European village. This could be France or Italy. I'm not entirely sure.
This could be anywhere at any time, basically. Like there's very little to sort of tell you even what year it is.
Yeah. If we're being like sort of Cinema Sins ding about it, it was filmed in Hungary, but it doesn't matter. Like this is the point, exactly as you say, is that it has a kind of like placelessness and timelessness.
It could be England.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So she goes to this like beautiful, like gigantic house and like rings the doorbell.
I want this house. So nice.
It's a very like beautiful place, right? All the locations are beautiful.
It's very me.
Yeah, and the door is opened by a very austere older woman, I should say as well, who lets her in. And what we see is that this younger woman, I'll just give them the names now. The younger woman is Evelyn. The older woman is Cynthia. Evelyn, like, apparently works as a maid.
Yeah.
Yes.
She starts cleaning this, like, huge, beautiful, austere house.
First of all, she's told off for sitting down on the couch. She didn't tell you could sit. Then she says, please clean the study. Or she doesn't say please. She says, clean the study and don't take all day about it. In this beautiful house, as Evelyn is cleaning it, we see there is an enormous butterfly collection, which is spectacular.
Yes.
And a very adorable kitty.
Oh, the cat's incredible.
There is a very sweet cat.
It's a beautiful ragdoll. I love the kitty.
I do also want to say, right, if this is a movie that you think you might be interested in watching, I recommend watching it now, like pausing the episode, going away and watching it now.
Yes.
I think the first watch, having as little information about it as possible.
Genuinely.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely changes it. Because I mentioned this is one of my favorite movies, I've seen it maybe like half a dozen times. Having seen this as many times as I have, it takes on a very distinct quality, which we'll get into some of these scenes. But I think for the first time watching it, one of the things that I really treasure about watching this with people is seeing how they experience it for the first time and like what the kind of process of like realization and understanding of plot happening is.
We'll put a hard break here before we start spoiling it. So go away and watch the movie now if you don't want to get spoiled.
Yeah, absolutely.
Welcome back. Thanks for watching that movie.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it.
Let's have a little chat. It was pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Wipe yourself off before you turn the podcast back on.
Look at yourself. Jesus Christ.
You couldn't have put on a tie to listen to the podcast? God, this is the problem. People don't fucking dress up to listen to podcasts anymore.
It's true.
Put on a proper suit.
Anyway, as you will recall, having now seen the film,
Oi, that's quite enough of that. If you want to hear the rest of this beautiful bonus episode of Kill James Bond, you're going to want to head on over to our Patreon. Patreon.com/KillJamesBond, all one word, and sign up today for £5 a month minimum. £5 a month for 2 beautiful, handcrafted, locally sourced podcasts. I don't know if you can beat that deal anywhere else. And if you can, don't tell me about it. We do not have price matching. We're not interested. All right, I'll see you behind the paywall. Love you.